Hello and welcome back to another episode of MTT Finance. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing another debt payoff update, as the last one I did was over a month ago and I wanted to be consistent with each month, giving you guys, my viewers, an update on how it's going with paying off all my student loan debts. Now, if you saw my first video, I'll be sure to leave a link down in the description if you haven't, but if you saw that video, you'd have noticed that I didn't really have anything set up to actually track how paying off my student loans was going. And so from that time until now, I actually have devised and created a spreadsheet using Google Sheets for the purpose of being able to better track and to show you guys how it's going exactly with paying off my student loans. And so in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my screen. I have it right over here. And I'm going to be showing you my beautiful and elaborate, just kidding, spreadsheet and how I've set it up and how you're going to be able to see my debt payoff journey throughout the course of the next year. So as you can see, I've created what's called this first column over here, my student loan debt accounts. And in this little box here, this green box, I have listed off all my student loans, my Sallie Mae loans and my federal loans. Generally on this channel, when I talk about my student loans, I often just reference them as my Sallie Mae or my private loan, or I'll say my federal or government loan. But in this spreadsheet, I've actually taken the time to separate each of the student loan accounts I have. So with my private loan, I actually have two different accounts, well, two different loans. And then with my federal loan, I have two different loans underneath the head of federal loan. And as you can see in this green box here, I have the loan name listed. I have the interest rate, and then I also have the loan amount. If you want, you can go back to my first video that I posted, my first debt payoff update, posted it about a month ago, and you'll see that some of these numbers have changed because I've been paying them off. So as you can see in my little chart, my first Sallie Mae loan, the one with the highest interest rate, currently sits at $15,502.29. The second loan I have with Sallie Mae is a 3.88% interest rate, and the loan amount for the second loan here is $14,731.15. And then federal loans, which currently sit at a 0% interest rate, that is because they are being deferred right now. They're in forbearance. Nothing's actually due on them. And the first one is $47,631.56. The second loan I have for the government is $23,775.59. And at the time of filming this video, I am now down to $101,640.59. So that's great. As you can see, we'll take a look over here at the blue chart. In my last debt payoff update video, this was the number I was at, $104,889.00. That was when I posted at the first debt payoff update video. Since then, I've been contributing with stimulus checks, with my typical debt payoff routine that I do every month. At the beginning of April, I was actually at $103,094.51, which would have been a change of $1,794.49. However, with the addition of adding the stimulus check and also having my first automatic debt payment go through in May, it is now down to this number, the $101,640.59. So I'm going to kind of copy that over here to, where is it? Into April. Yeah, I guess it's part of May as well, but I figured I'd place that in there. So I'm going to place this number now into the April account, and I've learned I cannot copy and paste as it causes all the formulas I have going to go complete bugaboo and get weird. So I have set up a formula here so that each month it shows me the change. From March to April, there has been a change of $3,248.41. That calculates how much money I've actually put towards my debts from the filming of my last video. So that's really good. That's, like I said, a little bit more than what I would typically be putting towards my debts, because it's also taking into account part of May because this video is coming out a little bit late. I've been trying to be good at making sure my tracking is on target, and then I'm culminating and calculating just 1 month at a time. But because this video is late, it's hard to do that. The last thing I want to draw your attention to in this video is this little graph over here. I've labeled it my student debt total. And in this chart, these numbers here on the vertical axis, gotta get my verbiage right here, on the vertical axis represent how much in debt I am. Right now we can see we are just breaking the $100,000 mark. It'll be nice next month because if all goes according to plan, I will probably be within $100,000, you know, no longer owing $100,000 on my student loans, which will be an awesome milestone to reach. So I'll have to think of something kind of special to do for next video. Maybe I'll wear a hat, I don't know. Maybe I'll put the batteries back in my like and subscribe sign back there, which is just a plug to, if you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel as I post content like this. Typically weekly, and I make monthly updates for both my student loan payoff with my debts and also my net worth updates, which that will be coming out soon, possibly next week, if next week is actually the last week in May. I'm not sure if it is. I don't have a calendar in front of me. So if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And that's going to kind of wrap up my debt payoff update for the month of April/May. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes life happens and I get these videos out a little bit late, but it's okay because it just makes it look more exciting. It makes it look like I paid off $3,200 towards my student loans, which I have. It's just not necessarily in a month time. It's about a month and a half time. So I do this not to brag, not to, I don't know, flex on someone else who's paying off their student loans and maybe can't contribute this much each month. In the beginning, I really wasn't contributing this much each month, but once I kind of realized how interest works and really wanting to push towards being financially independent as soon as possible, I watched other YouTubers and what they did to stay motivated and stay on track with their debt payoff, and this was one of the things they did. They made spreadsheets, or they made graphs, or they have these little picture things that they color in as they meet different milestones. And so this is kind of my way of showing to you guys, my viewers, how I'm doing, and also motivating and staying on track myself, being able to track the progress. And it is encouraging because if we go over and look at the student loan debt total graph here, as these bars get smaller and smaller, they get to 0. That's actually a good thing in this instance. I want that number to be at 0 someday. I don't think it's going to happen by March. I don't know why I'm pointing with my finger. You can't see that. I'll point with the mouse here, the pointer. I don't think it's going to happen necessarily by March 2022. I think every week it posted in the Sallie Mae website how much interest is gained on these loan accounts, and that's a bad thing. Someday we hope to turn that around and make it so that interest is gained in my favor through investments. But right now, this is kind of the dragon we need to slay, which is the student loan debts. So, like I said, I'm going to be doing this every month. This is my second update. And if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, share it if you want to, and subscribe to the channel, as there's going to be more content like this coming out each and every week, as long as something crazy in life doesn't happen. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.